Hey guys, Darcy here. I want to share with you this concept we talk about a lot in the clinic when we're looking at an overall wellness package, right? So we talk about take your meds, mindfulness, exercise, diet, and sleep. So mindfulness, there's a lot of different ways you can achieve this, specifically when we're talking about body pain. We know that a body scan meditation is extremely effective, and we have a really good example of that on our pain science playlist. We also know that journaling can be very effective, especially if there was a trauma, like a car accident or a big fall or something like that. We know journaling, our experience, can be very helpful. And we also know that changing our breath can be very effective at lowering our resting heart rate and blood pressure, specifically breathing through the nose. And cyclic sign seems to be the most effective. So cyclic sign is inhale, inhale, full exhale. So it looks like, so those are great choices for mindfulness. Then we have exercise. Now, if you guys have been following the Granite team at all, you know we are all in on high intensity interval style training. Short bursts, interval style, high intensity, and then throw in some heavy lifting. If we're looking at just getting into exercise, then brief bursts of high intensity of activity, such as like a brisk walk or a brisk bike ride, really is the most effective. We're looking at 30-second bursts or less. So not as effective to go out for a 10-minute walk, more effective to do a 10-minute walk with 30-second bursts. So then we're into diet. Now you can go down a rabbit hole when you look at diet stuff, especially if you get on the Google machine. I'm not a dietitian. I'm going to keep it real simple. Most of us aren't eating enough protein. We all can benefit from eating whole foods. We can all benefit from eating fermented foods to feed our gut biome. And we probably should avoid sugar because it is very pro-inflammatory. And unfortunately, there's sugar and alcohol. So sleep is next up. And sleep, I think, is such an underrated wellness tool. The better we sleep, everything downstream falls into place. Consistency is the most important, especially what time you get up. And one of the things I like to tell people is think about your light exposure. You want early light in the morning, and you want to turn lights off and go into the darkness earlier in the evening to set up that circadian rhythm. So taking your meds is mindfulness, exercise, diet, and sleep. If you're already filling one of those buckets really well, awesome. High five. That's a 10. That's a 5. If there's one you feel like you could put a little bit more energy to, I'd encourage you to. And a lot of times what I hear is sleep. That's the one we take for granted, right? Or maybe you're doing really well with all those things, but you really don't practice any mindfulness. We find that if we put a little energy into all those buckets, we can be a really balanced, healthy human. Hope you find that was helpful. If you like what we have to say, you should subscribe.